What is going on, everyone? My name is HydroxideAnt, and welcome to episode 393 of Background Noise. As I'm doing this intro, I'm wondering, when's the last time someone has, actually said my full name? Like, when I introduce myself to people and people watching the channel, the stream, whenever I go by either Hydro or Tony at this point. So, it feels a long ways removed from HydroxideAnt at this point, but, we're making it work. Tonight, we have but a very interesting question of the week. At least I believe so. Our question of the week is, what type or types of Pokemon would you be? So, in the Pokemon world, you can either be a monotype or a dual type. Me, I've always gone back and forth on this in my head. I feel like for part of the gimmick, I might be water. I know it'd be funny to be like, oh, he's like ant, so bug, but I'm not a bug. I think bug typing is cool in Pokemon, but don't think I'm bug type. I'd probably pick water as one of my typings, and maybe that's it. I might just be a mono water. Little fish. Swimming along. Having himself a good old jolly time. So, part of tonight's episode. I, realistically, on the Twitch channel, play 2 games primarily. And if you're on the YouTube channel, twitch.tv/HydroxideAnt, I stream most every day. Start anywhere from 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Just depending on work and, a whole lot of other things. So, what I want to do tonight is combine Valorant and Pokemon and go through each Valorant agent and give them each Pokemon typings.
User joined your channel.
Oh.
As we have Kyle on tonight's show. Hello, Kyle.
So many people here. Yeah.
It's just you and I, my friend. Nathan said he was going to be on, but he's going to be a little late. So.
Alright.
So, Kyle, if you were a Pokemon, what typing would you be?
I already know which one I have the most affinity for.
You Slacking, correct? Yeah. But would you be a normal type? I don't know if you'd be a... Well, so, yeah. As humans, we would all just be normal types. Mm-hmm. But, does your personality, link yourself to another type?
My chakra type is,
Do you actually know your chakra type?
I don't know.
I don't either, so that's what I was going to ask. How did you know? Was my next question.
Well, you're supposed to hold that piece of paper for a long time and kind of focus your stuff into it, and then if it crinkles, you're electric.
Oh. Are you saying you're a Pikachu?
Or crinkles your wind? Which one is it?
No,
crinkles is electric, and cut is wind.
Okay. Did you ever do that?
No.
No, okay, yeah. Yeah, because, I was thinking for myself at the very least, sometimes I think I might be, water. I might be a water type.
I'm definitely not water.
Are you electric type? Are you ground type? Do you like the ground?
I think I'd want to be, electric.
Yeah, I could see you mean electric typing.
But I mean that's a little bit of energy, you know what I mean? I don't really
have
that. So maybe ice.
I'm almost thinking you could be a mix of what if you were electric ground or something?
Hey, Pog.
Mr. Chef Piggy, what is up, my friend? Hope you're having yourself a nice evening. Our question of the week is, if you were a Pokemon, what type or typings would you be? Kyle and I are talking out right now what typings we'd be.
I might be an ice type. I just like the
You might be an ice. Ice? Is there an ice electric Pokemon? Yes, Rotom Frost, which is just like like a freezer.
Yeah, that works.
I mean, yeah. Yeah, I can see that. Well, because, like, almost, like, also electric could, like, represent, like, a very sparky, spontaneous energy, or it could just symbolize how much you love electricity.
I just kind of like electricity.
Right? It's so, you know, I don't see that as a problem. Yeah, because I always look through, like, typings, and I'm, like, looking at the typing list of Pokemon, and I'm like, alright, I like to think I'm not poison. Just like to think. Pokemon peasants focus on Magic the Gathering. Hey, man, if that's your forte. I do enjoy myself some Pokemon. I don't really know a whole lot about Magic the Gathering.
I gave away like a third of my cards.
I know that there are different, for a coloring person, there are different colors. And I know, like, they all represent different things.
Yeah.
And they matter a lot. Well, JK, Pokemon's okay. Never really played, though.
I'm assuming you don't actually have physical cards, and you probably only play online, though.
Mr. Chef Pig?
Yeah.
I don't know. Because I did know, like, at least me personally, I did know in college a large group of people who had, like, physical cards and played a lot.
Did they cheat and just printed them?
No, they actually owned them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We had a very big... In my, community college, which is the 2-year school, that was where, like, we had a lot of big card game enthusiasts. So we had Magic the Gathering players, we had Yu-Gi-Oh players, we had Vanguard players. I didn't even know what Vanguard was until I got there. I kind of knew what Magic was. I knew Yu-Gi-Oh because I watched the anime when I was little.
Pog, yeah. We used to collect Yu-Gi-Oh back in elementary school.
Mr. Chef Piggy said, no, sir, I am collector, 100% real cards. Nice. What deck do you, what color deck do you run? Because I know, like, basically the ones, like, friendos say. Mark would run, was it, like, what's the type of deck called? It's, like, a type of deck where the idea is to, like, burn through the deck. Like a I don't want to say mulligan, but, like, it's...
Is that green that does that?
I see, that's my issue, too, is I would have to remember the name of the color, not, like, the look of a card.
Yeah. I have a Druid deck that does the same thing in...
What is it called? I wish this would be perfect time for Mark randomly to appear in chat. But, I had many commander decks. Ooh, I've got 5 mana decks, all of the colors. Oh, I've got a few. Yeah,
You don't play, you just collect?
That's true. I wonder if... I know at least when I was in community college, Commander was, like, the one that everyone was playing. And I had some friends that, like, didn't like Commander. Collect more than play. That's not a problem, you know?
Yeah,
if that's, I mean, like, look how many of us, like... But, like, look how many of us had that a large portion of our childhood was collecting Pokemon cards, Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I was a big sports fan, so I collected a lot of baseball cards. Like, you know, it's cool to keep up with stuff like that, I think, too. But yeah, so you have all of them, but what is your favorite? Because I think we can theory craft your Pokemon type, maybe, by figuring out. The red theme is ideal for players who like big, bloody wins. Those folks want to destroy it.
Yep, I literally play red. Red deck, yeah.
I actually want to watch that after. I actually like the Marble Olympics.
Sorry, yeah.
I actually really like the marble races. Like, non-ironically. It's actually just fun to watch. Like, it's one of those things that, like, you know, it's just like, ooh, the entire time. Is red your favorite, Mr. Chef Piggy? Because if it is, it'd probably be fire type. In Pokemon. At least fire, I mean... you should watch this.
If we were
You
by average
could
rules, I think I'm an Earthbender though.
Earthbender. Not really. Red is not your fave. Which one is your favorite then, Mr. Chef Biggie?
Like a blue, white, and black. Green.
For blue green. So blue green.
Okay.
What is blue green like? What's their
Control deck, isn't it?
It's
Am I
control. I generally don't know, so that's why I was.
I'm guessing. Sorry. I really don't remember. It's been so long.
It's
been so
it's
long
called
since
Simic. So yeah, and he's saying yes. I believe you're right for control. So control. I mean, I guess this depends on like what kind of control, but it could be like. Is control almost like a psychic type?
Oh.
Or am I thinking control like in a very different way?
It's like a control deck in game is basically how do I say it in words? You basically have something for everything.
So normal type?
You can stall out pretty much anything.
Normal type. Maybe.
And then you just win the regular game.
I think
You're not
actually
gonna get cheesed by shit. You're gonna be able to break any kind of thing that people have.
this is online. Blues, trickery, and illusions allowed to create copies of cards and spells that cheaply disrupt enemy attacks. You can use its time magic to return enemy cards to hand, forcing an opponent to pay for them again and buy another chance to. Okay. I almost think you'd be like green represent the power of lands and beasts. Green gets mana to bikes. Okay. Yeah, so I want to say almost like if illusions, trickery and illusions makes me think maybe psychic type too. And green land and beast.
Psychic would work because psychic has like the sleep built in. It has confusion built in.
I think psychic might be a good shout then, right?
It has good things like built into its kit too. Specifically, I mean, you want to be able to paralyze or things like that, right?
But maybe you'd be psychic type. I might bank on psychic type. So Kyle, I don't know if you're here for. I just can't remember things. It's apologies, but the main crux of what I wanted to do tonight. So as you know, really the two things that I play on the channel right now, Valorant and Pokemon. What if I combine them? I want us to go through all the Valorant agents and figure out what typing of Pokemon they'd be. Some of them.
But you wanted to play a first-person shooter version of Pokemon.
That could be fun too. But I'm curious because like, there's some like off the bat, like you obviously like Phoenix was fire, right? Like, but I am interested to see like once we go through it, if there's anything like maybe interesting that pops out. So I think I'm gonna have us transition over to that now. So I honestly ordered the agents in the order in which they appear on the Valorant website. 1 to whatever number there are. 16, I think, maybe? I don't know. 2, 4... Well, I can discount 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16.
Game info agents, and that'll give me it in order that you're looking at?
Yes, it should, because I literally, on the Valorant website, like, 1 is Brimstone, 2 is Phoenix, 3 is Sage, 4 is Sova.
It doesn't even put it in actual order for me, though. Okay, it starts at Brimstone.
Yeah.
Okay, one is
Brim. So
but that's halfway down the list.
Yeah, I truthfully don't know why they did it that way, but I did pick the number
Sure.
Because actually once you go all the way down, it like recycles, so I think like they didn't think it out very well.
I want to say Brim's like an Earth type.
Yeah, so Brim is
ground,
interesting.
Sorry, ground.
So Brim has in his kit.
He's got the
stem. He also has the Molly.
He's the Molly.
So I honestly,
like I was thinking like a kind of like a camera up thing, or like who's ground fire, like kind of like that kind
camera
of
up is,
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can see. I almost wanted to say that Brim might also be part normal type.
Boring.
It is boring, but like I think it might generally be the truth though.
Yeah.
I think he might be like normal, because he uses fire. Is he fire type though? Like, there are Pokemon in the Pokemon universe that have coverage moves. That's what I was trying to come up with. What is his alt? Like, what is that type of energy?
Literally a laser from space.
Yeah, but like, so if we were trying to match it to the Pokemon world, is it fire? Yeah. What I went for exactly the present deck is like 100%. That's why I was almost going to say Hyper Beam is what I thought, which Hyper Beam is a normal attack. So I almost... Beam Cannon. Yeah, I mean, like, Special Beam Cannon might... I mean, we could do some Dragon Ball Z characters once if you want in the future. But I think Ground is probably... Well, is Brim's... What are his... I'm trying to figure out what his smokes. Like... Or smokes...
His smokes are literally smoke, right?
Yeah.
You can't even see on the inside of them.
Yeah,
which is why I keep thinking fire-based, because they also have like a red tinge to them when they're spinning. I know you can't see that, but...
So, is he... I almost think fire normal. Because he's basically Hyper Beam. So I think maybe normal fire for him. And we, honestly, if we like look at these and come back, I know like that doesn't make any sense. We can
I kind of wanted to equate his ult to like an EQ though, to be honest. But like it's more of more of not him though. It's more.
So
Breaches.
I was gonna say, like, to me, Breach is definitely ground type.
Yeah.
So Phoenix, fire type. I mean, he literally, his flashbangs are fire balls. He has a Molly that's fire. Everything, yeah. Sage is going to be ice. I actually think I have a secondary typing for Sage. Phoenix for now. That's pretty funny. Phoenix for now, I'm going to put not applicable as a secondary typing, because I might want to come back and like look at typings to see if he like fit. Because like maybe like personality wise, you could make like a case for electricity or something. But we'll come back. Sage, obviously, like you were saying, ice type. But I actually think, because in Pokemon, a lot of the supporting type Pokemon that heal are fairy type. So I think Sage might be an ice fairy.
Sure, I'll take it. Shut up, Otis.
Aww. Otis would be a
stupid type.
A fighting, biting type. He'd be dark fighting because he's gonna bite and claw you.
No, he just cries.
He just cries.
Bite and claw, I think.
Oh, so he's a normal type because that's Uproar.
Correct. That's all he uses.
He only knows Uproar or Hyper Voice. Sova's interesting. Yeah. Sova's technology makes me think to lean toward maybe electricity.
Right. Shock arrows.
Yeah, like those literal shock arrows. So I think electric for sure.
And Thunderbolt.
Yeah, his alt is again also electricity. I would likely.
So it is.
So for now, maybe we leave him as a pure electric type, but we might want to come back and equate what typing an archer would be. Because...
No.
Like when... No.
Otherwise, half these people are just going to end up with a normal secondary typing.
Yeah, so that's what... Yeah, that's what... Like, I might want to come back once we actually, like, first... Like, put... Like a typing to everyone. Viper's poison type.
Yeah.
I think an argument might be able to be made for like Dark as a secondary typing. But I think for now I'm going to put not applicable.
All of our abilities are literally poison, right? So.
Yeah. Dark is personality more than it is ability. Because of...
Dark is going to be coming up later.
Yeah, I think there are actually a few candidates that could have dark typing. At least two.
Yeah.
Cypher is interesting. His technology, again, makes me think kind of electric.
He doesn't have any offensive abilities, but yes, because he's got this stupid trap.
Yeah,
Which
so...
would be like T-Wave, right?
Yeah, so like... His abilities cause basic paralysis, and he can see... So, there's a part... Like, Cypher, I think, is kind of hard to place, because in my head, there's spitballing a few typings that, like, I think a case can be made for. Obviously, we said electricity. I think maybe psychic in a weird way.
Because ulti makes sense to me.
Literally has ability to see...
His ulti in his camera.
Yeah.
Maybe it would make me think psychic, yeah. That's fine.
Yeah. And, like, maybe, like... Because when you think of, like, the actual tech... Maybe steel? Like, what are the trap wires made of? Okay, so I also think that obviously, so KO is steel. I think KO is steel electric, probably, actually. Yeah. But, like, we'll get there when we get there. KJ also, maybe. KJ.
Yeah.
So I think there's a part of me that, like, maybe electric psychic for... Cypher. I'm gonna put that for now, and we can.
I like psychic though. Yeah.
So Reyna is interesting. So I think Reyna. In Pokemon, like if you're trying to compare 1-1, like there aren't many.
You have an accuracy buff and a speed buff.
Yeah.
You have the blind, and you have health regen, and
so like there's a part of me.
Let's call it a blink.
Yeah.
Agility increase.
Which agility is a psychic type move. So like there's a part of me that thinks like, off the top of my head, I actually thought like psychic dark. But. Like, if, like, HP draining moves typically are actually grass type, but she's not a plant, right? Like, I think grass is so
it's
literal.
It's not for other people, though. Hers is literal, just greed, right? So
yeah. So that's why...
She's literally a witch.
Yeah. So psychic...
Sure for her bio, am I incorrect here? Okay.
I'm pretty sure. I mean, she literally steals souls.
Yeah.
Or she uses people as batteries. It's literally, she refers
to the Matrix.
Yeah, basically. She has a voice
line.
Line.
Does that mean she's really a Sentinel and not a duelist?
That's like, I'm gonna pick her and be like, "What? I picked a Sentinel." Let's think about this. KJ.
I've also seen the Matrix. Yeah.
KJ, like I think steel because her turret, right? What else would the turret be made out of?
Bullet seed.
Yeah, I was gonna say turrets, the flesh of her dead enemies. I don't know. What's the most German? No, I don't want that answer from you. Never mind. Yeah, because like steel, I think makes sense. So I think steel is definitely one of the two you can put down.
And she's like the real T-Wave.
Yeah. So, like, what are her mollies, though? Her mollies...
I'm pretty sure it's, like, magnetic bits of bullshit.
So that's almost steel, electric. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's, like, little, electromagnet and, like, a frag kind of thing going on.
Yeah, so I think maybe we'll put her as steel electric for now.
Yep. Ground.
Breach is... I think might just be mono ground. Or he's ground normal.
Because he also has a special beam cannon.
Yeah.
It's just a baby one, though.
And, like, if you think about it, Flash is a move in Pokemon, and it's normal type.
But I mean, just because you have a normal type move doesn't mean that type.
Again, not necessarily. Like I was saying, we did give Brimstone the fire typing, but I could honestly
I
probably
know
even...
you for the smoke and the ultimate.
Yeah.
And the molly. Like, you use 3.
But, like, again, he uses a molly. Doesn't necessarily make him a fire type, but I think, like, his other utility, like the smoke and stuff, sort of, you know, I think fire type can be made, but, like, you could make that argument, I think, for a lot of characters, like...
I'm trying to use it as, like, 2 or more abilities have that kind of type.
Okay,
feeling.
I'm with that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think Breach I'm gonna ground normal type, though. I think normal. Omen is definitely dark.
Just darkness.
Yeah, it's very dark, I think. I think pure dark makes sense.
He
The only
literally says
thing...
darkness, I'm pretty sure resulting.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, okay.
The only thing that, to me, I think is another type you can make a case for a psychic, because I think... So, teleport is a move in Pokemon. It is a psychic move. Him and Yoru have it, so I think you could make the argument for psychic, but I think Omen makes sense as a pure dark type, because... and so, like...
He uses the shadows to do it, even.
Yeah.
He says that as well. Yeah.
Jet, flying type.
He's a burb.
She's literally a burb. She uses, what is it, like, wind energy? Or, like, you know, so, like, she's flying, probably just pure flying, or is she the normal flying starter, like, bird, you know what I mean? Not
She is
starter,
literally
like,
a Pidgeotto.
Yeah, does she fly in normal? I think she might be flying normal. She's literally a Pidgey. It's like, yeah, that's gonna be there. Alright, every time, huh? Mm-hmm. Raise
Voltorb
is... Yeah, because when I think Raise, explosion. Yeah, self-destruct. So... Self-destruct itself is a normal move, but I almost think electric fire for her. Because I know, like, you maybe make an argument that, like, what, grenades and satchel packs are made out of probably, like, an explosive metal, but I think electric fire kind of fit.
I mean, it's probably plastic, come on.
Yeah, you might not be wrong.
Wait, and all over the place, you know?
That, you know?
Brazil.
I did get what you meant.
Grass.
Yeah. Sky makes sense as grass. Grass is... So, like, looking at her abilities, she has... Like, nature, again, kind of comes back to grass. So, she might just be a pure grass type. What about her... her birds explode.
Don't do damage when they explode, though.
No, but, like, they do explode.
It's purely util.
Yeah. Those poor fucking birds, though. There is, like... I think maybe we'll keep it as grass. Just pure grass for now. But the conjuring of... / like... Because she's basically a druid. Kind of. Well, she doesn't turn into a druid, but, like, she uses... Sorry, she doesn't... Like, she can't turn into them, but she controls...
Via totem.
Yeah. So, like, to me, I'm almost, like...
User joined your channel.
Druid almost feels, like, psychic-y to me.
That's
and
power.
We have Nathan.
Howdy.
Bye. And what did you say, Kyle?
It's just borrowed power. They wish they were psychic.
That's true. So I think maybe we'll do that. So Nathan, what we are doing right now actually is
up on the screen.
Is something that you already see because you're so smart.
I'm surprised you guys didn't say Sky was flying. Or no.
What?
I'm thinking Jet. Sorry.
Yeah, Jet's flying.
He did. What do you mean?
No, he just literally the character is called Sky. So to confuse it with the one that's floating around there, easy.
Sky?
Yeah, no, I get what you're leaning at. Yeah, makes sense.
Sky shoots the bird. That looks like a jet.
No, Jet looks a lot different. His white hair and
Like
No,
like
the
jet,
bird itself
jet plane,
is it.
like a jet scream.
It's true. I still feel bad for those fucking birds. They just explode.
they're not real birds
How do you know?
because they're totem.
But like, does that draw from anywhere?
A dead one.
So bird had to die for those poor birds. Kyle, it comes around eventually. And Monster is in chat. Monster, I don't know, and this is to Nathan as well, because our question of the week: what Pokemon type or typings would you have? Kyle is. What did we say you were, Kyle?
I was either gonna be normal or ice.
Yeah. Oh no, we said you were like ice electric because you're a Rotom.
Yeah,
Frost.
I'm the yeah.
Is that a freezer?
Yep.
Correct.
He really likes the cold and he needs electricity to live.
Accurate.
I think it kind of makes sense, right?
Hey, so Rotom runs out of power, it dies, right?
No idea. Monster? Fair. Well, yeah. Pretty much. Nathan, what typing would you be?
I don't know. I like the idea of like water dark.
Oh, I thought that I might be a water type. I don't know what else I would be, honestly. Water dark is a good typing, though. That's,
Tony, I don't think you're dark.
No, not me. No.
Okay.
I was saying that.
Just like a typing in general, okay.
Yeah, well, because Nathan said he was water dark, or like, I was Sharpedo is who I was thinking of. Is a water dark.
I immediately went to Greninja.
Oh, Greninja is as well. It's
It
true.
made me a little sad because Greninja is ridiculous.
He's really good. Yeah, I can see it.
Mega Gyarados.
Gyarados. Mega Gyarados Water Dark. I don't know. If I had a secondary typing, I might be a fairy. Like, just...
Saying it.
Yeah, like, I could feel it. Like, I sometimes have that
You
energy.
could evolve into a gay one day, Tony. Fairy, yeah.
It's, you know, would we be surprised at this point? Probably not. My affinity for people like Matt Mercer is very high. And Monster has no idea. Monster could be... I do associate you with, like, maybe like an electric monster. Because you're like a spark plug. So I could see electric. Yeah, so we are currently on Yoru. Yoru to me is kind of hard to place.
Like, he's a ghost. Yeah, it's probably one part ghost.
Oh wait,
right?
Omen, Kyle. Omen's got to be part ghost. That's what I was thinking.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, so
he's
Omen's
literally part
literally
ghost.
a ghost.
Yeah.
Glad you said that because we forgot ghost.
Completely forgot.
Yeah, no, it's like Nathan. I'm like, oh my god. I even like before this started, I'm like, yeah, like in my head, I'm like, oh yeah, obviously Omen's like dark ghost. Like, what?
Yeah.
He's a spirit tomb. Yoru could be ghost. Yeah, because I guess Yoru realistically.
He does a dimensional fabric thingy, blah blah
Yeah,
blah.
is dimensional fabric ghost or is that psychic?
I was gonna make an argument
He
for
uses
ghost
it
and
with
psychic.
a mask.
Ghost and
because
psychic.
He cheats uses a mask, right? So it's not actually him doing it; it's him using the thing to do it. So I'd call it ghost.
Could he be
also-
ghost and psychic though?
Yeah, because he does the footstep thing.
Oh, so he does kind of.
Mm.
I think ghost psychic is a.
And El Teleporto.
Yeah, and like I was saying before, teleport in the world of Pokemon is a psychic move.
Psychic move, yeah.
That's
That's why
like,
all the Ralts get away.
It's fucking
Little
Abras.
bastards. Can't just call them routes and let's move on.
God damn it, Ralts. Astra is interesting.
Well, she has to be psychic, right?
Yeah, so like her orbs are psychic. Is she pure psychic? Actually, maybe. Because like,
She's
what-
Mr. Mime, right?
is she Mr. Mime? Like, she's almost like her Zen pose almost like gives me, like early, like Alakazam vibes, almost as well because like, I don't know, like channeling something like that. Definitely psychic. Does she have another typing?
I was thinking she would be very similar to like Lunala. That was where my mind immediately went when I was
don't know what
thinking
that
Astra.
is.
No, Lunala, that's a good shout. Lunala, do you know who Darkrai is by any chance?
Yes, I do actually.
Okay, so Darkrai has a counterpart. And it is Lunala. So Lunala,
Isn't that Cresselia?
you're right. I'm so sorry. That's
Lunala
Rosalia.
was Sun and Moon.
Yep, you're
legendary.
right.
Uh-huh.
Solgaleo?
Sol Galeo.
Solgaleo.
Sol Galeo?
Solgaleo.
SOL
Galileo.
Oh, that's
yeah.
a doggo.
Yes.
Yep.
Apologies,
And then-
Kyle. I did mix those up.
Yeah. Lunala's like a big bat, but
I see
she's
that.
really pretty. Her wings are like cosmic
Yeah,
and shit.
Lunala actually. So Lunala was
I like the
psychic
doggo better. The doggo's way cooler.
ghost, right?
Is the doggo not way cooler? And
I
yes,
think they're both
psychic
really cool.
ghost.
I actually, it's
There's almost
one of
psychic
those.
steel.
So, yeah, it is psychic steel. That's one of the few gens where like I didn't have one that I really, really liked more than the other. Like when I was little, Gen 1, I loved Zapdos because look how pointy he is.
Bunch of Doritos.
Yeah, look at him. And it's like
A full metal body's good. What's the other one? Oh, that's
For which
actually
gen?
kind of pog too. I'm looking at their abilities.
Oh yeah.
Maybe we're looking at this wrong. Maybe it's supposed to be like either like a Jirachi kind of angle, or maybe like a Clefairy kind of angle.
Yeah. So maybe
But
so
I don't feel like Yoru and Astra should have the same typing.
no. So that's why like they're
Sure, should be a fairy.
could she be fairy? Cause alright, so this is definitely one where I want to pull up like the wording of her abilities to see if there's
She like places stars and then explodes them and shit, doesn't she?
yeah, which
Yeah.
to me is like psychic.
Dragon.
Dragon.
I can also see dragon. Yeah, that could be good.
You know, weirdly enough,
There's the League of Legends dragon that's like the one for the galaxy or whatever.
Nebula.
And he
Oh,
controls the
Aurelian
stars.
Soul.
That one. Yeah, asshole. Yeah.
Astroform. Cut like so much.
Yeah.
She like screams psychic typing to me. Like
It's the
The only-
meditate thing, right? And like the whole like other fucking like I'm in space now looking down on everything. And the whole
Yeah.
psychic giant reflect barrier
yeah,
that reflects the one that's for physical attacks. Which one's not like
that is
actually
reflect.
reflect?
It
Okay,
actually is
yeah,
called
yeah.
reflect. Yes.
The giant reflect.
Oh, Sheldon's almost done making steamed pork buns. Sheldon, what kind of Pokemon would you be? By that I mean, what typing would you be? What's the most chaotic typing?
Wow.
What is Sheldon?
Well, it has to be something with charm.
Yeah. Sheldon. What's the funniest typing in like what Pokemon has the ability to make you laugh the most?
I feel like they've been doing some pretty goofy dragons as of late.
Oh, Sheldon wants to be ground psychic. I'm okay with that.
Cool.
Yeah.
Are there any ground psychics? I don't.
Yes, no.
Oh,
yes.
Claydol?
Claydol, I believe, is ground psychic. Yeah, it's ground psychic, and I think it has levitate.
Dreidel.
It's basically him on top also could be a good dreidel substitute if you know,
Yeah.
needed one.
He's a spinning top.
Yeah,
Hit him on top.
I call him Beyblade all the time though.
That's good.
Yeah, I use him on top in a lot of draft leagues, and I'm like, you're my Beyblade. Maybe Astra is pure psychic. Do we have a pure psychic? Because like the one thing I want to like walk through this again and see if we can avoid like typing anyone the same, which I think we're gonna run into.
That's
like,
literally
these-
impossible if we're using dual typings.
It's not literally impossible. There are
Have
many
no overlap?
of the same exact two typings.
Not the exact two, but sharing.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. The
Oh, yeah.
There's no way you can't share one.
No, that's not what
Right.
I'm saying. I'm saying
Okay,
that
okay.
the exact same typings.
Share both.
Yeah, which would be both. So, like, for example, I think we might want to relook at Killjoy, probably. Because KO, who is next on the list, to me is Steel, because Robot, and Electric, because Robot.
Unfamiliar with KO.
He is just a robot.
He is literally an android.
Yeah.
Pulling it up.
Yeah, you look at him, you'd be like, that's a Steel Electric type.
His
isn't it?
ulti's like steroid, and will res him if. Oh, sorry, can allow him to be res if he dies by changing his battery. Or plugging it back in. I can't remember
Yeah.
the animation specifically. Yeah. His
Okay.
basic ability is the or signature rather, the knife that takes away or stops people. The silence. It's the silence. There we go. So back disable.
Oh, okay.
If you want to think of it that way.
So.
The silence from League is
Killjoy.
like a way better way to put it, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Killjoy is the one we have to relook at.
I mean, she uses electromagnets for her swarm.
Yeah, so Electric
She
meets-
uses a gigantic T wave for her ulti.
which would be Electric again.
Um,
Double electric.
the turret
Um,
and
is there another typing you would fit under? Okay. You're not... Okay.
what other abilities am I missing?
Her
Oh, the alarm bot.
Alarm bot, which...
Never fucking buy it anyway.
You know what? Is she just pure Electric? And
But then that's Sova.
yeah, we have to move Sova. I think Sova might be Electric normal. Because of his, or Electric's... Nah. I was gonna say Electric Psychic, but, like, he really just has a fucked eye. It's not really, like, used for... Does anywhere in the game, does it state that his eye, like,
It's
helps him
mechanical.
see? So it's mechanical, so he's also Electric Steel.
I'm pretty sure it's mechanical.
Okay. See if I can get any...
Cause it's like I think it's linked to the drone literally. Right?
Yeah, Shock Bolt, Recon Bolt, Owl Drone, Hunter's Fury.
Maybe the owl makes him stick. And that's a problem.
He's a flying type because of the Owl Drone.
Maybe.
Because he... So, for example, just, like, Cypher, we gave the Psychic type because of, like, his cam and his alt. Sova also gets a, like...
But the way he does it is different.
It's very different, yeah. That's why I'm almost thinking normal, because what a Bowman is kind of like a normal. He does have a voice line that says sometimes, like, old ways are the best or something along those lines, where he about being a bow and arrow user. I think I'll slot in normal. And the only thing that, like, during this that I thought that I wanted to pitch, Breach almost feels like ground for sure. But does Breach almost feel like he could be like a secondary fighting type? Like, personality-wise? Hi, Sheldon.
Hello.
Oh.
Oh, we could call his Q a fighting ability.
Yeah. Right? Kind of. Like, I kind of can see, like, him, an argument for fighting for him that we didn't bring up before. And also kind of, like, his attitude, right? Like...
His Q is just Aura Sphere.
Yeah. So me, an Aura Sphere, like Kyle was saying, is a fighting type move.
Are you typing
Yes.
operators?
Yep.
Agents.
Agents? Same thing.
As Pokemon,
Champions?
yes. I like Pokemon, and I like Valorant, so I decided to combine the two.
Hey, hear me out. I'm a ground psychic because potato and I've got a big brain.
I like it. I appreciate you. I think I'm Water Fairy because reasons. Nathan said he's Water Dark. And Kyle is Ice Electric. I think like they're like the one thing that's cool about like applying like Pokemon types to like people or like characters is that like you can take them in many different directions. Because like the electric typing, for example, like we say that Kyle is electric typing not because like he's a spark plug energy, but because Kyle loves electricity. He needs electricity. Very
If there isn't that background high pitched like hum thing going on, then I don't know what the hell's going on anymore.
Yeah, and he starts losing it.
I just go to bed. I just go to sleep.
Yeah. I'll wake up when it's back.
Yeah. It was in the city there and we lost power for like 3 hours. I first went kind of nuts and I just like laid on my couch with my phone panicking. And then I was like, well, I have nothing to do, and just went to bed and just fell asleep.
It's like, I guess going to bed. So like, I think Nathan, I know you've talked about reading before. At least a long time ago. Do any of you guys like read actively? Kyle, I'm gonna say you don't.
Not anymore.
Yeah, I think you used to.
I used to a lot.
Because you talked about reading like the Harry Potter books, I believe, at one point.
I finished a 25-book trilogy from R.A. Salvatore.
Jeez.
The trilogy series. You know what I mean?
Yes, Kyle, 25 is a trilogy.
25 is divided by 3. Yeah. To be fair, they did come out in trilogies. Like, that's how they released them.
Nathan, do you read often?
Yeah.
Nope.
No. Did you ever read often? Yep.
Not like because of school, though, or anything, right?
I thought, for some reason, I thought I remember you, like, mentioning reading as a hobby in the past.
I read a lot throughout elementary school and up into like middle school.
I did know you then.
And
That's actually 20 years ago for me.
Yeah.
I took like a benchmark for reading or something like that, and they told me I was reading like over 100 words per minute or something like that.
Oh, smart boy.
Fucking dropped that shit in like high school for some reason. I guess I just wasn't reading as much, and I got really frustrated because I would just like get lost and get bored in books. So not something I've done in a very long time.
That's fair. Sheldon, do you read?
Not often. Like once a week.
Oh, well, that's, I think, more often than the rest of us combined.
Oh.
Correct.
I got some books for my birthday.
Yep.
I'm reading through Lovecraft's stories right now.
Oh, I did
So-
that in high school.
For example, Kyle, I read for work. I do not read for fun. So I don't consider that.
I have to read technical documents, and that's as far
Yeah.
as that goes. Yeah.
Right, so like, but would you say that, yeah, I read for fun then? No.
Doesn't count at all.
No,
It doesn't count as reading.
I would say, like, I more edit than I read at this point. Like, but it's, you are reading what you edit, but like, you look at,
Twitch chat. Does that count?
I was gonna say, I do read Twitch chat often, you know?
There's your
So,
hobby right there.
Yeah,
Tony reads.
I do read.
Many
Never
Kevin
mind.
Pride's in the chat.
So thank you for the Kappa Prides. Because I was thinking that sort of is a hobby that you can do with the power out. That I'm like, yeah, I just never really was the type of person to read for fun. I only read what I was had to.
Anymore.
I like probably own a few books, but I don't know.
I've like
what they
5
are.
Halo books.
True. It'd have to be something like crazy for me to want to read it.
I think my dad has Tom Clancy books lying around here somewhere.
Yeah, I don't know what I'd be interested in reading if I ever were to.
Are you enjoying the Lovecraft, Sheldon?
It's so right now. I'm
Honestly-
on to the Dunwich Horror, and
Oh.
it's so incredibly boring.
Yeah. I bought this like huge compilation of his stories from like a Barnes and Noble for like $8, and this was a massive book. And I read like 5 of them, but I just like couldn't read the rest. There was still like 600 pages left in the book. But they all, after you read your first one's gonna be the best one, no matter what you read, because all of them are the fucking same.
Yeah, I guess. Next, I'm gonna start up. What's it called? The Neuromancer.
Okay.
It's cyberpunk book.
Did anyone else notice our beautiful friend Henry in the bottom channel, who just
No.
made a channel called
Oh,
Tom
boy.
Clancy Book Club? Is this Henry? Is this your attempt, or is this your plea for me to bring you up here? Because I will. Except that is not working for some reason, so we're just gonna leave that up for a second.
It's
which
because I
is so
specifically
okay.
mentioned my dad's Tom Clancy books that I've also read.
So I'm gonna grab him.
Wow.
Put him in here.
User was moved to your channel.
I hope that this was your
Hello.
sign to want to come in. This would be very awkward if you're like, oh god, put me back, put me back.
I almost couldn't tell I was pulled in for a second because I still had the stream open in the other ear.
Oh man. Why isn't this window capture updating? Now we're gonna
Let's
do
see what you guys are talking about. And I heard Tom Clancy and it was like, sign me up.
that. We were actually talking about if you guys read for pleasure.
Yes, I read a lot of books.
I know you read dinosaur books.
I read a wide range of books.
Are you reading anything in particular right now?
Yeah, I'm
What are you
reading a novel by the name of The Kremlin Strike by Dale Brown,
Oh,
which is, I mean, Tom Clancy books got me into reading, so I like reading like military techno thrillers or whatever. And this is like a sci-fi sort of novel about Russians launching a space station armed with a plasma railgun, and like the US has to fly space planes up there to take it out. It's like this
I like the
future
setting so
Cold
far.
War, like
Yeah.
fiction timeline. I don't know. It's funny. Like this guy that wrote the book, Dale. He started writing he wrote like a. It wasn't alternate history at the time, but he wrote like one book in the '90s, and he stuck with that same universe. the
Oh, so
entire
he's
time.
actually-
This is, like,
okay.
20th book. So like the timeline has continued to alter in his like book universe.
I like that.
Like it takes place in 2021, but it's just a different timeline that Like, there's this company providing high-tech equipment to the U.S., and then other countries are trying to like catch up. Because his first book was like there was a secret program to modify a B-52 to do something, and like the company that did that in his universe became successful because of the success of the mission in that book, and then like it started branching from there, which is interesting. But after them done with that, a more well-known book is what I'm going to be reading next, which is Dune. I'm going to try to read that before the movie comes out.
That's a good idea.
And then
It's probably a good idea.
And then I do want to read all the Expanse novels. I've seen the show, but I want to read the Expanse novels in their entirety.
That'd be cool. My only thing is like, for a lot of movies, like again, like I was just saying that I don't read very often when it comes to like reading for pleasure. But anytime I've read a book and then saw a movie, God, I always think the movie's so bad. Like I usually am like, oh, there's this really stupid detail that I liked in the book that's not in the movie. Come on, man.
I definitely found the movies for some of the books I've read to actually be better than the novels.
Ooh, I'm curious to. Which
the
ones?
highest profile one I think is Jurassic Park.
That sounds like a good. Yeah.
The novel has more time to talk about things. Like every book is going to have more time to talk about different details and have more sections of character building and everything.
It's
like that.
more. You have all the time in the world for world building.
Exactly.
Like,
you have a lot more time, which a lot of people I think just automatically say, "Oh, the book was so much better. There was so much time." It's like, well, you have to tell a story in 2 hours versus telling a story over 20 chapters.
Yeah.
So it's a different medium. But the book Jurassic Park is actually it's hard science fiction and it's kind of dark in a certain way. Well, the movie I thought was, while still maintaining the themes, told the story in a more realistic way, and I think more in a way that was more connecting to like a general audience compared to the book. And the second Jurassic Park novel is terrible compared to the second. It was written because the first one was so successful. Spielberg's like, come on, Crichton, you gotta write another one.
Write one more.
The story's done. I can't write another one. What do you want from me? Do it. All right. Surprise, another island. Who cares? And that's why the rest of the sequels have found the best. Because the whole story was really just supposed to be the one novel.
Why is it always just moving dinosaurs somewhere else? What do you mean it's still kind of the first island still?
That's the highest profile. But I can't remember any other books I've read compared to the movies.
I think the worst example for me was Shutter Island. I couldn't watch the movie at all.
I didn't even
I like
see
that movie a lot.
Didn't even know there was a book.
I have to read the book. I did watch the movie first, obviously.
I watched the movie and I liked the movie, but I don't remember if I liked the movie Shutter Island because of like the situation in which I watched it, or because it was like a good movie like that. Like movies that I saw like a decade ago, I can't tell you if they're good movies or not.
Hey, were you there when we watched?
Did you watch it with Adrian?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we might have saw it together then. Yes, yeah. I was gonna say, I think we may have actually saw it together.
Yeah. I will tell you this thing. That is a movie to revisit because I think after 10 years of just growing older and your life, the more as an adult, I think there's a more higher levels of thinking that actually goes into what happens in that movie.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Compared to just taking it at face value. And there's also so much I'd never even realized was happening in the movie the first time I watched it. In terms of, I'm not going to spoil anything, but like in terms of how the story is being told to the main character.
So,
getting through the story the second time changes things.
Yeah, it's not a movie you can watch twice the same way. Like you can't watch it the second time after seeing it once because it takes everything and turns it on its head.
So, Sheldon, what, like, I guess this is a loaded question, but, like, what about the book, like, made you not like the movie?
It's so long ago that I can't remember exactly.
But, yeah, that's fair.
It might have been pacing, if anything. I don't know.
No.
Yeah, I think in a
That's
book you could have a lot more time to really slow burn that movie or that story a little bit better. The movie has to get through it in, I think, like 48 hours or less. But in
Yeah.
a book, you could probably do it over a longer period of time.
I've been reading the same book for 12 years. It's a picture book.
I like a lot of nonfiction books. There's plenty of stuff to learn about. A lot of times the nonfiction stuff ends up being more fictitious sounding than fiction books I read.
True. It's like truth is stranger than fiction.
A lot of times, yeah.
Very-
Especially with some of the stories. Like, I read a lot of novels about World War II and things like that. And there's a lot of unheard of stories and operations that's like, wait, what? They did what?
I shouldn't have had so many pork buns. They're fighting back.
Oh no! Were they good at least?
Yes.
Okay, and you made them from scratch, right? So
Yeah.
nice.
Then I have, oh, and then I read. I'm looking at my shelf. That's why I'm like bringing some. But I read books from astronauts as well, and a
okay.
couple of those are very, very good on how astronaut life is not really glamorous.
I would
And
like to
mostly-
see a book written from the perspective of Buzz Aldrin. That's him beating up people who said the moon landing was fake. It's called Buzz Off.
Fun
Oh.
fact of the day: it's highly theorized and implied that NASA had a protocol that purposely let Neil go on the moon first upon landing, as it would go to Buzz's head. He has a very strong personality, and even back then they recognized that.
That's great.
Neil was a bit more humble, and I think that was their thinking.
Oh man. What was I gonna say? Oh, I forgot. Damn. I always lose them. You ever have a thought and it's just gone?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
I had one, I think. Can't remember it.
Books, movies,
Books, movies? Yeah, it's
Trains.
probably in there somewhere. Trains, planes,
Yeah.
automobiles.
automobiles. That's a good movie.
That is a really good movie. I actually really like that movie a lot. John Candy and Steve Martin made Anderson. Derek came in with a Sage's Water Ice, obviously. We actually ended up going with Ice Fairy. I think she's more
Yeah,
an Ice
I
Fairy
like
than a
Ice Fairy.
dugong. Because Fairy for her healing properties, Ice because, she literally has Ice Wall and Ice slow orbs. But Derek, I'm more curious too what typing you are. And Henry as well. I know Henry, I don't think you're much of a Pokemon person.
No, I don't
But,
really know. I didn't grow up with it, so I didn't really get that into it. I had a DS, but I had a DS for Animal Crossing.
Aw. Derek said he'd be normal type. Derek would be
That's
handsome
depressing.
type.
Let me see the
Let me tell
chart.
you,
I'll pull up the screen.
yeah, I'm trying to think, like, what typing you would be, Henry. Because Henry's smart. So, I ain't got none of them
I
abilities.
feel like I have a lot of chaotic energy, though.
You would be, I think you might be, like, psychic electric. Because, like, electric, like, is definitely, like, for, like, people who know Pokemon a little bit, like Nathan Kyle, electric is, like, chaotic, right? Like, that's a fair... Yeah, thank you, Sheldon.
They're like the comic relief characters because they all do the same thing. They just tap the main character.
Oh.
Everyone's funny.
Are you willing to
No, I've
zap
got it.
us?
I'm probably Meowth.
Oh.
Because I feel like I'm always rolling in going like,
Meow.
haha, I've got the perfect play, and then it backfires.
Derek says technically all humans would be normal. Yes, Derek, but what about your personality, my friend?
Imagine having a personality.
You have a personality.
I have multiple persons.
Oh. Well, see, well then you have multiple personalities. I don't see what you're complaining about.
Yeah, imagine being bored with only one. Suckers.
Losers. Imagine only being Tony. Why like Henry gets to be Henry. Frank.
Frank. I haven't talked to him in a while.
Derek, did you just say you don't have one? No. How dare
Watching
you,
The
Derek?
Office is not a personality trait.
True.
Sorry, I'm just being Twitter.
Hello, Twitter. Send tweet.
Derek would be fairy because it's magical how handsome he is.
It really
that.
is. I honestly, trying to think of what typing Derek would be, because Derek, I always just like also associate Derek with being smart and so handsome.
Hands.
So
Why'd you call me
stunningly-
handsome, but you spelled it wrong?
What typing would you be, Derek? Because I could see you being... Oh, you could be like... Is Derek almost like a steel type? Like a steel electric?
I never did the fashion Pokemon stuff, so I don't know.
The what?
I never did the fashion Pokemon stuff, so I don't know.
Oh.
What a fashion.
The one where you're like, oh, that move is cool, and
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
I'd completely forgotten about any of those.
Contests.
Yep.
Literally just
Well,
called contests. Not
well,
very creative.
They're called
named.
contests?
Yeah, they're
Not
not.
like fashion contest or
No,
anything?
they're well. There is like a cool contest, a beauty contest, a
Right,
smart
there's-
contest,
yeah.
but they're like there's different ranks. There's like a master contest, but like they're not. Pokemon doesn't always do a great job at naming things. Like Ekans is a snake. We all know what Muck is.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Derek, I also think like electric steel possibly for you because of how much you enjoy tech. Yeah, I said it. But he's so handsome.
But what if he just wants a house in the woods with a dog?
That'd be very cute. But then maybe like grass? Wheezing and
that's
coughing?
Chris.
True. Oh, well, Chris is electric for sure. Electric steel, because...
No.
He's
Chris
everyone's
is
electric.
poison type. Hear me
Okay,
out.
so, like,
His
okay.
own pancreas.
Yeah, so he used to be poison type, but it's
He's
not...
currently poisoning himself still.
That's fair.
Yeah, it's just
Electric
being
poison,
regulated
then?
Now.
You can make
Is
the
he-
argument that I am also wheezing.
I was actually going to make the argument that you're steel type.
Mm.
Metal rod.
Is that the new coughing or wheezing is like steel or something?
Fairy poison.
Oh. Well, that's just weird.
Yeah, it just has a top hat, and they decided it's fairy type. It looks like fucking JP Morgan, and it's like, oh, you're a fairy. It's like, what the hell?
If I can use the loafing around as my ability.
Oh, you're Truant.
Truant.
Yeah,
Truant,
Kyle has
yeah.
Truant. Yeah,
Only act every other turn.
it's tell him
This is
he's
too
wrong
accurate.
about it. Tell him I want someone to step up and say that is not Kyle.
It might be every third or fourth turn. Let's be
It's
honest.
advanced Truant. So it's Truant, but Kyle's also too high of a level for the trainer who's trying to wield him. So, so like, even when he does get to go, he might decide not to.
Correct. That's the perfect way to do that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I got you very well here, Kyle.
Correct.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, but I do see Chris as an electric poison. I think. No, I'll give you electric poison. Very weak to the ground.
Yep.
He does like to fly.
Is there a toxic poison? Is that like toxic tree or whatever?
Toxicity.
Extra, that's the one.
Yeah, it's a new Pokemon. It's in a band.
Wow.
There's like a high amp and a low amp one. And like there's actually a scene in the Pokemon, like it's a post-credit scene, and this is not a spoiler or anything. They have like Obstagoon, Rillaboom, and two Toxtricities like playing music, like standing how like a band would. And it's like, did you really do this just for this cutscene? Did you make all these Pokemon just with this cutscene in mind? Because I kind of started to think you did. It's like, wouldn't it be cool if we made enough Pokemon to make a band? We don't have any Pokemon that can make really feelers like feasibly be in a band. All right, this Gen 8 is the band. Getting the band together. We can't say back together because they haven't been together yet. What? Oh, Ryan claims to be a whale lord, so Ryan would just be water. I think
He
he'd
loves
be happy
that
with
Pokemon.
that. He really does, and I love how much he loves it. Is Ryan anything other than a water type? Is he also water fairy?
Water fairy.
Is he all?
There's
Yep.
fairy type Pokemon?
Yes.
Interesting.
I classified myself as a water fairy.
Ah.
Because Kyle wanted to say it, but he just didn't. And I appreciate he let me say it. Let's see. Trying to think of like friendos who we can be like. What typing are you? Kind of.
The Sky's just
Steve.
pure fairy.
Oh, Sky is fairy flying, probably.
Oh.
His
I'll
name
take
is
it.
Sky.
Oh.
Oh, remember he chose to be a Weezing?
Yeah.
Or like
That was
coughing. Yeah. I gave him the selection of any Pokemon that was in the game. He chose Weezing. Why? Because sometimes I like to fart and pretend like no one was heard it. It's like, okay.
It's fucking weird.
Yeah. I love you, Sky, but yeah, Sky is fairy flying. Very easily, so Chance is
Also,
fairy poison. See?
yes. He's toxic. And gay.
That's the fairy part. Yeah.
That was formerly gay.
Well,
That's why he's
Formerly.
only half.
that's why he's not. Yeah, he's not pure fairy, Sheldon. We're not
Oh,
crazy.
Can't find a flaw in his luck.
Steve might just be.
You know the
He-
new metal type that's just a bunch of gears?
Yeah,
Cling
That's
clang.
Clink Clang, which I think is steel. Is that steel electric or just steel? Just
I don't
steel, I think.
There's an electric version of that. That's the
Magnemite. Is this a
Magnemite.
bunch of magnets come together? Steve a Magnemite.
Would be a
Magnetism.
Voltorb.
He's also Voltorb. Yeah, that's.
Voltorb. Yeah, that's
He is
good.
also Voltorb. That's true.
Self-destruct.
Mhm. Well, all right. So, in all kindness, out of everyone in the friend group, actually, there's a second candidate too, I think. But like, if you heard someone self-destructed because of the things in her house, you can't tell me Steve is not probably your number one candidate.
Oh, Steve is absolutely the number one.
There's a part of me that think, well, it depends what Chris is doing.
Correct.
Chris is like a solid, I think, second. But Steve, I
Put
think,
Sheldon
is...
third even. But yeah.
Sheldon can
Oh.
blow up from just, like, pure chaos, though. Like, it'd be something he didn't do, but it's a chain reaction that he started. Like, he took Salem
I
out of
see.
the tub or something, and, like, it started this
Well, I know
chain
better than
reaction
that.
of events. Yeah, exactly.
Obviously, I'd be a Diglett so I can hide and be with my potato brethren.
That's adorable. What? So have you seen, like, it's kind of, some people hate when you bring it up, but like the picture of like the Diglets as like the trio, and it's this
Oh, hell
very
yeah.
buff men
Hell yeah.
under it, just holding each other underground.
That's so funny.
I love it.
That's what I'm picturing Sheldon as. What would Trebla be?
Grass poison.
What is gun type?
Gun type. It's just a revolver with 2 eyes.
It's Trebla.
I think Trebla would be a Digimon, not a Pokemon.
He would. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Oh my god.
He might be Digimon. That's fair. What came before Pokemon? Like, what's slightly older than Pokemon? Digimon's not older than Pokemon. Like,
No, Pokemon's kind of OG.
Old as Tamagotchi.
is Trebla a Tamagotchi?
Oh Jesus.
Kai, I didn't say you're the Tamagotchi, okay?
That's true.
Trebla is your senior by a few years.
3?
I think right now 3, but it'll be 4 soon, I think.
Tamagotchi was 96.
Oh, Pokemon was also
I mean, I had
96.
one. Yeah.
It's a conspiracy.
Pokemon was 97.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh, this is the show. That's wrong.
Yeah, I think the games were 96 or maybe even...
I was
So I
a
think-
babby.
I was a babby too.
February of 96.
Damn.
Tamagotchi
Oh.
was November of 96.
I was not a babby.
I was actually a month old.
Pokemon
a year old.
Wait, sorry. Is it Pokemon is first?
Yes.
In February? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
By 9 months? 9 months.
Yeah. Literally
Uh,
all baby.
I've been alive as long as Pokemon has, just older than by a month. I was born to be a Pokemon master. Just didn't know it yet. Because not to be funny, I remember Pokemon as far as my memory goes back. Like, I don't ever remember Pokemon not being a part of my life.
Oh.
I'm sorry, Kyle. I know you lived for a few years before that. Like, my brother could say the same thing. He lived for a few years before Pokemon. But for me, yeah, no, I don't ever remember that Pokemon not being around.
I don't think I had Pokemon until like 2001.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. I started with Yellow.
I started with Blue. But why not until 2001? What the fuck?
I was too busy playing Yoshi's Island.
Yoshi's Island.
It took him a few years to get through Yoshi's Island, okay? I don't know when Yoshi's Island came out, but it sounded funnier. There was existence before Pokemon. No, Arceus created the world. So, Derek, you're right. I do love and hate Pokemon sometimes because, like, the power creep of, like, originally it's like, ah, yes, Mew. Like, Pokey Jesus. What do you mean there's
Correct.
war?
Jesus.
Right?
Yeah, and then it's like, this one created space. This one created time. But what about Pokey Jesus?
No,
Hey,
they
he's
went-
not as
they went-
important anymore.
Yeah, they went kind of like normal, what you'd expect, and then just back. It's just like, what the
Mhm.
fuck?
This one is wisdom. Why is there a Lake Trio? This one is willpower.
You know they're gonna be like, this one created the ones that created the ones that created the ones.
I think they did.
Yeah.
That's what Arceus is, actually.
That's totally what Arceus is.
He's literally, they finally like labeled him as God. Arceus is the god of the Pokemon
Remember when
world.
they're just supposed to be random animals?
Yep.
Correct.
They were at one point, actually. Just random animals that, like, it was this little weird that you made them fight all the time and
Yeah.
that it was a kid's show.
I should really start on like the classic Pokemon games. I think that'd be more my speed. Or
Some,
like Let's Go or something.
They're
I guess
so
that's a
buggy.
remake.
yeah, I was gonna say the original games, like, Like,
Silver was Pog.
And the Rock.
nostalgia. Okay, actually, like, maybe so, but not, I think, like, Pokemon, like, Yellow, Blue, and Red would just
Yellow
be...
is blue with bug fixes, and it's still rough.
Yeah, it's... Also, Yellow is a fever dream, and you can't convince me otherwise. Because that Pikachu is weird.
Full round.
Yeah.
It's Pikachu is best Pikachu. Sorry.
Yeah.
You mean Raichu? Yeah, it is.
Well, no, like, so, Pikachu at one point, like, you know, like, the original artwork for Pikachu was...
Fat
like,
rat.
Fat. He was a big, chubby boy.
Yeah.
Fat Pikachu is the only Pikachu? Yeah, I did very much so prefer Fat Pikachu. Does Miguel want to come in here? Is that why
I
he's
don't know.
dancing around the channels? He could just spoke
Oh, he
something.
just
poked
can't
me.
decide.
I don't know what he said.
If you wanted to be here, you would have been here on time.
Or created
He asked me if I
a
was
channel.
talking or listening. Yes.
Yes.
Because I was looking at Twitch chat, and out of the corner of my eye, I just see something bouncing around the screen. And what the
There's
fuck
something.
It's moving.
Amarak TV's back with a vengeance.
Oh, I miss that thing so much. I'd stare at it for hours.
What about Amaranth?
Not quite.
Oh, Not
Uh,
that kind of ball
Amaranth
bouncing.
is in my recommendations right
It's
now.
not that kind of ball bouncing like Nathan just said. Haha.
Wait, is that because we're friends on Twitch, Sheldon?
It could be. They're not giving up.
I wonder who's in my
It's been
recommended.
a straight month.
It's literally why I don't actually have friends on Twitch, so I don't give them fucking recommendations.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, she's not in mine. If I go
Clicked
down
on
far
too
enough,
many of Kyle's links.
cause Booba TVs.
Booba.tv.
I've clicked on Booba.tv, but like, did you revisit Booba.tv, Sheldon?
Never. Well, I mean, every time he links it.
Okay, so like, that's what I mean. I
Never
think I
will.
clicked on it the one time. Because
I
like
clicked on every link.
my
I'm
recommendations are Shroud, Tarek, Shazam, and Valorant stuff, and a Pokemon streamer. If I go down
Ammo,
far enough,
Pokey, Seer.
All of
Josh
mine are
OG and
speedrunners.
Pokimane does eventually come up for me.
And then
Um,
Amaranth.
I don't actually see Amaranth on mine.
Ammo's number
Um,
1 for me, Pokey's 2.
Dude, Valorant Esports 2 is before Pokimane for me.
I already follow Valo, though. I already follow 2 Valos.
I don't. That's why, because I don't follow them.
It is.
Yeah.
I mean, like, so if you follow a channel, it won't be in your recommended, right?
Yeah. Oh, why haven't you just bit the bullet and followed Amaranth then yet?
I don't want that extra 300 points.
You sure?
Yeah.
You've earned it.
I was trying to keep St. Peach going, you know?
Yeah, that's true. Even St. Peach isn't in my recommended.
He is or isn't?
Isn't. And you've
Oh,
linked St.
I
Peach to me 20 million times.
Yeah.
Like, actually, it was a running thing that every podcast
Every week.
for, like,
Yeah.
2 years at least, maybe. Like, a year maybe is way more accurate, but, like, it
felt
was
like
just,
a lot longer.
yeah. It felt like you haven't done it in a while, but it still feels like it happens all the time. How did Flom get into split gate? Did you use
I mean, like,
streamer?
I get normal. Like, literally, Ammo is the only weird one in here. Like, Pokey is on my recommended because
And,
like, I
like-
watch like Kuno and Toast and all them, right?
I was gonna say Pokey's in
And
mine
Wendy.
because I like that group of content creators.
Correct. That's what I mean. Like, I watch everybody else except for her, so that's
Yeah.
why she's there. Seer, because he plays with them half the games. Another guy who plays a bunch of new games. Sacriel as well. Squisha. Hannah. This man. Oh, I don't know. And Code Nico. That's what makes
Code
sense.
Miko. Yeah, Code Miko's funny though. I don't know if I've actually ever watched a Code Miko stream, but I have watched like some Code Miko interviews. Like her interview with Charlie is fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
I've heard
It's-
the name, but I have no idea who it is.
Which one? Code Miko.
His
Go.
full
Okay.
body, like, tracking animatronic fucking bullshit. Not animatronic, but, you know, full body tracking.
It's like VTuber done like to
With a suit.
probably as far out as you can do it.
Yeah.
I don't think you could do much more.
Like that one porno streamer, Project Melody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, like, more detailed.
Feels like
That's
a
a
full
Better tracking.
a full tracking rig.
Yep.
Yeah.
But
Checked out for like a
Perfectly
few seconds
matched the
there, and I
rooms.
thought you guys were talking about Code Lyoko.
You know, that would be way more better. That would be way better, honestly. Yeah. We are in a darker timeline than talking about Code Lyoko right now.
Sounds like you're talking about someone who entered Code Lyoko.
Kind of, actually. That's not really a bad shout. Because, like, Komiko actually has, like, you guys were saying, like, her own, like, little world that her, like, character can even, like, move in. Like, it's almost like a VR space. I don't know how else to describe it. It's almost like a video game itself. I don't know
Tony,
if- yeah.
can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Your memes channel?
Memes channel?
I think that's where it is.
Which one?
In Discord.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Like, what do you want me to look for?
Oh wait, no, I didn't put it there. Where did I put it?
Derek put in golfing stuff earlier.
Put it in what? Did I not put it in your thing? I thought I did.
Whoops.
God damn it. Okay, never mind. I'll get it in a minute.
No,
your Discord.
I will not do you a favor and look at whatever this is, Kyle, because it's not there.
Sorry. I thought I put it in your...
We're gonna have to exclamation Kyle.
Yeah, you can.
I'm literally looking at it. I could have sworn I put it in news this morning.
You put it in art, Kyle, is what Derek said. What is in art?
Yeah, can you go look at art?
Oh, no, I saw this from your friends. I know you took this from the Fox News one.
I did,
Yeah. Because
I clicked on that again last night. That's the only reason I posted it because of that. I was in the channel, and I came back to my desk, and I literally took my hat and I swatted at my monitor.
Oh my goodness. So so on back to Pokemon. What kind of type of Pokemon would Dave be? Also a Voltorb? Dave also is a candidate to explode.
Poison, just pure poison.
Correct.
Like Nathan, think about Dave's pack. Like if you heard that Dave exploded, would you be too like you'd be like, that's such a shame.
That's a very Dave way to go.
Yeah, right. So Dave is also probably like whatever typing we give Steve. Dave is clearly
Potato
ground. I don't know.
I
If,
agree.
oh, because
Like
of potato.
potatoes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a potato. He's a potato type. No, he's a ground.
Like poison. Because
Like ground poison,
all the
yeah.
alcohol. Yeah.
Yeah.
But didn't ground types have like some move that would damage them as well? Or
Just self-magnitude.
for
was that
for
what I was
Nathan?
thinking of? Magnitude?
It doesn't hurt them though.
Oh.
What do you?
But
What
like
is
Graveler and all them, they had like self-destruct or something
Yes.
similar to that.
Oh, they had explosion, self-destruct.
Explosion.
I think explosion was the more powerful. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, so potato. Yeah, he's not from Ireland. And Hank, part poison.
Yep.
Electric poison, maybe. Maybe electric poison for that boy.
Hank.
Do love me a Hank. He can be a spark plug. And he also, he was raised with League of Legends, so that part should explain itself.
Yeah.
That's the that sure is the poison part. Trying to think of who else we could pick and be like, what kind of Pokemon are you?
Well, while you think of that, I have to slip on out.
Oh.
Aw, thank you for
Bye.
hanging out, Nathan,
Nathan's
and
pullout game
popping
too
in.
strong.
Yep.
Oh,
That's the one.
yeah. All right, thanks for hanging out, Nathan.
Of course. I'll see you guys later. Have a good one.
Bye.
User disconnected from your channel.
You guys remember when Nathan was here?
Why did Mark
Nope.
give up just because I'm number 2 now?
Yeah, you are far away. Number 2. I haven't counted in a long time, but it's not really a race.
Yeah.
It's just who's
Like
been on the
Nathan just kind of wins and I'm just kind of
Yeah.
second. It's just the way it is.
Well, Nathan's been consistently
think,
on the
right?
show. Like, yeah, he's
That's what I mean.
skipped
Like,
a few
he
weeks,
just,
but
he just does win.
yeah, yeah, it's
He
true.
had like a year head start.
Yeah, he might have had a 2-year head start, kind of, if you think about it, because like he was like on like episode 15 or 16 for his first.
Oh.
I think you were like,
Well over 100. Anyway.
yeah, I think so. Because I think did we move to TeamSpeak by the time you were on?
Yeah,
the pod?
yeah.
Okay, so then after like 100 was around when we moved to TeamSpeak. The dark days of the early days that we did the podcast on Skype. Yeah.
Oof.
It was like the platform that we all used at the time to talk, so
Yeah, that was the thing.
yeah. Which is like crazy to me now that like I'm like, wow, that wasn't great. But I'm sure people will and always say that about new platforms as well. So this is very random, but earlier, in a matter of like seconds, I got followed by an account called the Twitch Authority _EO244 and then unfollowed by the same account. It's just like, what the fuck just
That was
happened?
your inspection.
Yeah, I was just saying, like, because I jokingly made a joke. Really, Tony.
Openly made a joke.
ATM machine. Anyways, I had mentioned that, like, I sure hope the Twitch overlords think my content is suitable for the platform, and then nothing. Did I just get put on like a blacklist? No G Fuel for you. You want that G Fuel advertisement one day? No.
Yeah, you gotta get the G Fuel.
I actually love G Fuel. It's not a meme. It like started off as like you know what? Like, oh wow, what do you mean this is like a good alternative to like cut out soda and stuff? All right.
Sonic Chili Dog G Fuel's on its way.
I
Chili Dog G Fuel?
I can't, like, I honestly can't imagine that being good.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
I can't either.
You're drinking one right now. Well, what are you drinking though, Derek? Which one are you drinking? Because I had a hype sauce mixed with phaseberry before, and it was delicious.
My favorite is lychee right now.
Ooh, I wanted the Sonic Chili Dogs one just for the shaker cup. That would, honestly, respect. I'm just drinking hype sauce now. Hype sauce actually might be
Hype sauce.
the best.
These
Hype
real
sauce is just
flavors?
raspberry lemonade. But it's called hype sauce. And yes, we're not fucking with you. It's literally called hype sauce. It does sound like we're kind of fucking with you, I know, but like it's not. It is real. It is.
Have you ever been able to trust anything Tony has said? I don't
Probably
know.
not. Yeah, I hope I got clickbait for my birthday. What do you? Oh, that it's not actually G Fuel? Or is clickbait a flavor?
Clickbait looks wild.
Is clickbait actually a G Fuel flavor?
Yeah.
Oh, let me look at it. Good, yeah, it's definitely real. What the what are you? Why is that little guy throwing up? What is this? It
I
literally
don't
says craziest flavor ever.
That's the clickbait.
Yeah, but I kind of want to buy it. I think I'm going to get clickbaited at some point.
There's
don't
already
know.
one that's like Swedish fish, right? So that couldn't be clickbait.
Probably not. I already have like 5 tubs.
You gotta pump
We
those
have something
numbers up.
stupid like 10 or 12 something.
Swedish fish is also good. You've had it. Oh, Swedish fish actually, like I really like Swedish fish, like in general. So I feel like I would like a drink that was Swedish fish. I don't think it'd be that crazy to think that like, oh yeah, this sounds like it could be good. Yeah. Just watching Flom play Splitgate for a minute.
Splitgate's up. Glowing eyes.
Is it up? I don't know. Flom might have used his influence to. I don't know if he actually did though. He jokingly mentioned it before, and then when I looked, he actually was in. So did he actually wait? Who knows? Oh my goodness. All right, so friendos, I'm going to end this episode of the podcast. So thank you guys all for tuning in, whether you're watching this on YouTube or right now. Like now. But not now, because that's now in the past. But now.
Oh boy.
Anyways.
Oh.
Could someone put a pickle weasel or wickle peasel in the chat so I can put my, put it to
Let's
bed.
see.
Don't do it. That's a trap.
Let me see the points.
That's toxic. Not quite. Hydroxide ducks. Okay,
Hold
next
on.
is going to be the bottom Kyle.
Why can't I?
How do you know?
How do you get to the menu for fun stuff? Not showing
Hydroxide
up for me.
plant. It's like in the chat to like the right is like a little emote button. It's a little
No, I
shiny.
don't think emotes. I'm trying to spend. Oh, you know
Oh.
it's blocked. That's what it is. Nope, I got it. Start bar. Thank you, Windows.
Oh, wow, that's multiple.
Yeah, we're gonna do one of these. Enjoy.
Oh, we'll end with a and catch you guys next time. Peace.